The Donkey's Struggle, a story of resilience and strength. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by vast fields and rolling hills, there lived an old farmer named Thomas. He had spent his entire life working on his small farm, tending to crops and taking care of his animals. Among them was a donkey that had served him faithfully for many years. However, as time passed, the donkey grew old and weak, no longer able to carry heavy loads or plow the fields as he once did. Seeing that the donkey was of little use, Thomas allowed him to roam freely, spending his days grazing in the meadows. The donkey, though old, enjoyed the simple life of wandering through the fields, basking in the warm sunlight. But fate had other plans for him. One afternoon, while searching for a shady place to rest, the donkey carelessly wandered near an abandoned well hidden beneath overgrown grass. Before he realized the danger, his front legs slipped, and in an instant, he tumbled down into the deep, dark well. The walls were too high and the ground was too steep for him to climb out. He cried out in fear, his voice echoing through the empty village. Hours passed, and finally, a passer-by, who happened to be the farmer's neighbor, heard the desperate cries. Curious, he followed the sound and was shocked to see the donkey trapped at the bottom of the well. Without hesitation, he rushed to Thomas's farm to inform him of what had happened. When Thomas arrived at the well, he saw his beloved donkey looking up at him with teary eyes, hoping for rescue. The farmer tried to think of a way to save him. He gathered ropes and called on his neighbors for help. They tried lowering ropes and pulling the donkey up, but the well was too deep, and their efforts were in vain. As the day wore on and exhaustion set in, Thomas came to a painful realization. Perhaps this is a sign, he thought. The donkey was old, and rescuing him seemed nearly impossible. Even if they managed to pull him out, how much longer could he live? Saddened but resigned, he made a heartbreaking decision. "My friends," he said, "instead of leaving the poor animal to suffer at the bottom of this well, let us fill it with soil and lay him to rest in peace." His neighbors, though hesitant, agreed. They picked up their shovels and began throwing dirt into the well. Each scoop meant to bury the donkey and put an end to his suffering. At first, the donkey panicked as he felt the dirt fall on his back. He cried louder, realizing what his master was doing. He was being buried alive. But then, something inside him changed. A thought crossed his mind. If I let this dirt cover me, I will never escape. But if I use it to my advantage, perhaps I can save myself. With newfound determination, he did something remarkable. Every time dirt fell on his back, he shook it off and stepped up onto the fresh layer of soil. With each pile of dirt thrown down, he continued his pattern. Shake it off. Step up. Slowly but surely, he began to rise. The men continued to shovel, unaware of what was happening below. It wasn't until Thomas, exhausted, paused to look down the well that he saw something unbelievable. The donkey was not being buried. He was climbing. With each step, he was getting closer to the top. The farmer shouted, "Stop! Look at him!" Everyone peered into the well and watched in awe as the donkey stepped up one final time and leaped out to freedom. Covered in dust but standing tall, he shook off the last bit of dirt and walked away, his head held high. He did not look back. The farmer and his neighbors stood in silence, realizing the incredible lesson the donkey had taught them. The very thing that was meant to bury him became his path to survival. The lesson we learn: life will throw dirt at you. You will face struggles, betrayal, failures, and setbacks. People may try to bury you under their doubts, negativity, or rejection. But what truly matters is how you respond. Instead of letting obstacles crush you, shake them off and step up. Use every challenge as an opportunity to rise higher. Never give up when life gets tough. Turn your struggles into stepping stones. Believe in yourself, even when others lose faith. The donkey walked away from that well, not just alive, but stronger than ever. And so can you. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today.